Alright, so everybody's asking me how to do a grill cloth, so I'm going to do a video about doing a grill cloth right here on Uncle Robbie Science Corner. Okay, everybody, we're here looking at the grill from the front of that Marshall cabinet I've been working on. And what I'm going to show you how to do is how to strip off the grill. The first thing you have to do is remove this. And if you look at it, you're like, how do I get this out of there? It doesn't look like there's any way to get it off, but I'll show you how you do it. What you do is you take your heat gun and you heat it really close to the metal badge. Can you see that, John? And when you heat it, okay, you'll see it start to come loose like that, see? And that's how you get that off. It's pretty hot. So let's just put a glue reed here. There you go. And that's just the glue that's there. And this badge holder unscrews. I've got new badge holders, but that's how it's just held on by a little bit of adhesive. And you might want to save that just because these things are about $6 at AES. So for the little aluminum plate, but we're just going to set that aside here. I'm going to take this over to the table so I can sit down, and I'm going to take it apart for you. All right? So cut. Okay, so we're recording. So the next thing I'm going to do is get the Marshall logo off. Now, the way you do this is very carefully take something flat and narrow and try to get it off in various places under the logo. And these are held in by these little plastic pins. And the one on this side was broken off. It's stuck in there, and we're going to have to drill that out later before we put the new logo on. But what you want to try to do is just pry this up gently. There you go. Pry that out. This one under the S. There you go. There you go. By the A. And then the big M. Okay. One there. And one over here. Okay. Now just be careful when you're prying. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you break these off, because I'm gonna replace the logo anyway. But there you go. You can see that? This Marshall logo, this one here is broken off. I don't know, maybe I could even glue a new one back, pull that out and glue it on, or put something there, put a small screw through it. I don't know. You know what? I can get these relatively inexpensively from Antique Electronic. How do I look? I can get these relatively inexpensively from Antique Electronic, and I think I have like 9 of them already, brand new ones. So, and they just bang in to the holes here, and you can see around the edge the Marshall is the dust. You can see. So this is going to get a new grill cloth just because this. I'm going to save this grill cloth. It's just kind of hanky. And what we do to get that off is we're just going to take the cordless drill right here, and we're gonna just zip it out. Okay, and that's how that comes out. Now what I'm gonna do is every single one of these staples, okay, every single one of the staples in this grill cloth, I'm going to pull out with my, I don't know where it is, my tack puller. It's here someplace. And it's probably went back in the toolbox, but I'm going to use my tack puller and a pair of needle nose pliers, and we'll get every single one of these out. We could just pound them in and tear them out, but neatness counts. And depending on how the frame here looks, I might actually take this out and spray some paint on it really quickly, just to blacken it out. Not necessary, but you can. It's a good idea to do it if just, you know, you have the time to do it. So anyway, I'm going to start pulling tacks, and I'll be back after we're done. All right? Later. Okay, so what do we have here? This is the front for a JCM 800 base cabinet, kind of like this one here that's under my bunch of stuff. As you can see, this is it's covered in my junk right now, but I just took the front out of one cabinet because the grill is still relatively nice on this, and this is the front that was in it, okay, but the cabinet that this is a 215 front, as you can see. Let's go around, sneak around the back. It's a 215 front with, it's got Eminence speakers. You can't see in there too good, but those are Eminence 15s. So I took that front out of this box because this box is still in really nice shape. Needs to be cleaned and polished, but I put new handles on it because the old one's cracked when I took them off. So this cabinet and this back is going to go back on here. This is going to get shipped up to storage to the repository. So that's now, was a 118 cabinet, but the problem with the 118 cabinet was it had no grill, and somebody did a wonderful job of, let's see if we can get some light on it. There you go. Let me get some light. They did the Blues Brothers chicken wire grill. So I'm going to strip this off, and we're going to put a new logo board across the front and paint it up, put a new grill cloth on it, and stick a new logo on it, and this will be our new front for a 118 cabinet. Alright? And that's about it for now. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do when we do the grill cloth is remove the old grill cloth. Now, I showed you the front of this. It didn't have a grill cloth on it. It had a piece of chicken wire over it. So it's got some grill cloth here that I've already started prying off. But what you see is it's a bunch of staples, okay? You want to get as many of them out as possible. All right, so I'm just going to balance this here on my knee and show you. I got this little tool, right? It's a little tack puller. What I do, I slide this thing right up under here, right under the grill cloth that's still on it. Get it up there, and I just start prying these little staples out like that. Okay. Once I get them picked up, okay, get them a little unseated. I got a pair of these bent nose needles. Bought a set of them at Harbor Freight for like, I don't know, $9. Got 6 pairs. But anyway, you just pull them out, and you drop them into a little receptacle so you don't step on them, see? All right? And you just want to try and pick as many little bastards out as you possibly can. All right? Once you get these all off, then the fun starts. I have, on this one, I got to show you, I actually put a piece of wood up in here that I cut to replace since this is a 118 front baffle, it had a big long piece of wood across the front to mount the Marshall logo on. That's the only reason that's here, is to mount the logo. Also, it does give the grill cloth a little, bit of, so it doesn't push in too far, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to put this on too. All right? So, let me finish pulling out these staples and getting this old crap off, and I'll be right back here on Uncle Rob. Okay, anyway, so I'm looking at this, and I pulled off one layer of grill cloth. You can see, I think this grill cloth was the second one put on here, I think. Okay, so what I did was I shimmed up under where my logo board is going to go. That's all this really is for, is just to hold the logo. And got it situated. You can see actually where this had been repainted, so you can see where this had been sitting. So I shimmed it up with just beer container stuff. What we're going to do is put some of this flex glue crap. You know, this stuff as seen on TV. I'm going to put that under here. Not so much for the adhesive properties, but I mean for that, but also so this doesn't buzz. I just don't want this piece of wood rattling and buzzing, you know, because there's going to be a huge 18-inch speaker in here. That's just freaking gorgeous. And then once I get this fixed, I'm going to take it outside and spray paint it black. And that'll be that for now until we put the cloth on, and I'll show you how to do that. And the logo. And this, I got my template here for the logo. Yeah. So it's got little holes punched in it where the pins for the Marshall logo would go through it. So Marshall template logo block. That's if I was making a logo block. But anyway, so that's about that.